I remember the call, tiny heartbeat on a cold screen. Doctor said, that's your boy. Room spun, but my soul went quiet. I built the crib before the paycheck, learned to pray in the parking lot, whispered your name to an empty room, promised the dark it would never touch you. You came home in a blanket, little fist around my thumb like a lock. Bottle on the nightstand, bills on the counter. I rock you while the clock talked. First steps on a stained carpet. You fell, looked up, eyes asking can I? I knelt down, said fall as many times as it takes. You took 3 steps, man, I cried. Lunchbox bigger than your backpack. First day of school, you hid behind my leg. You said, will you stay if I get scared? I said, I'll be right here in your head. We did homework at a wobbling table, pencil shavings in an old cereal bowl. You asked why you so tired, Dad. I said cause I'm carrying us both. My son's journey, I watched it all. From your first small cry to your first big fall. Every long night, every small win. I stood at the door. Years hit like thunder, voice drop, door slam, silence in the hall. You said you don't get it, you never did. I felt that sentence in my skull. Ball games in the fading daylight, you missed a shot, kicked dirt, walked away. I said champions ain't made in the highlight reel. They're built in the days that feel this way. We yelled in the kitchen, one winner. You said when I'm grown, I'm gone from here. I just nodded, washed my hands slow, hit the sting and a half smile and a prayer. Then one night you knocked on my bedroom, eyes red, hoodie zipped to your chin. You said, Dad, I messed up bad. I opened my arms and said, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. We talked to the Sunrise founders about fear, about pride, about shame. You said, are you disappointed in me? I said, son, hurt and proud can live in the same vein. My son's journey, I watched it all. From your first small cry to your first big fall. Every long night, every small win. I stood at the door, let the whole world in. My son's journey, page by page. You grew your wings while I turned that wage. I gave you my name, you gave me my word. You turned a broken man into a father on this earth. Now you're standing in a suit by the front door, keys in your hand, whole life in your eyes. I see the baby, the boy, the storm, the calm, every version of you in one sunrise. You asked, did I make you proud, Dad? I laughed so I don't start to break. Son, I was proud when you took your first breath. The rest of this pride is just icing on the cake. My son's journey, I watched it all. From your first small cry to your first big fall. Every long night, every small win. I stood at the door, let the whole world